As we discussed in the previous topic, the title, link, script, and style elements are supposed to be part of the head section. Now it's time to look at the meta tags. Meta tags are what describe your website. You use a meta tag when writing keywords to describe your website, adding the full description of your website, adding an author or copyright label, refreshing or redirecting a web page, or even defining the last revision of the current page. Let's look at how you add a description to your web page. You know when you do a Google, Bing, or Yahoo search and a list of websites come up and there's a sentence or two below the page title? That's usually the description that you've given that page. Now let's look at the code for this. We have a meta tag, which is self-closing. The name is description. And by name I mean this is what we name our meta tag. Similar to the type attribute, but we just use name this time. And the content is where we add the description. So we have name is equal to description, so we have a descriptive meta tag. And our description says, this will describe how or what my site is used for. Never use more words than you need. 10 years ago, people used to spam their keyword and description meta tags just to gain more traffic from search results. Companies such as Google realized this and changed how their results appear. Now, adding too many words to your description or keyword meta tags tells search engines that's a spammy website and that you're just trying to get traffic, and that you're not actually trying to provide the correct type of content that the user is looking for. And because of this, they will try to avoid you. So please keep your description to the point and keep it to a minimum. I would say 3 or 4 sentences at the most. Keywords are also very important when creating a web page and helping search engines find your website. Again, we use the meta tag, but this time we use the name keywords. So if we look at this quickly, we open our meta tag, name is equal to keywords, and our content is where we put all of our keywords. Now we typically separate all the keywords with a comma. This exact meta tag, which I would put in my head section, is the tag that I would use for this course. Actually, this is the exact tag that I would use to describe the page that you're looking at right now. Again, too many words and this will look like a spam website to the search engines, and they will avoid listing your site. Maybe not entirely avoid, but they will definitely move you down in the search results. Now there's also no need to use synonyms. Search engines recognize similar words, such as shut and close. You shut the door, you close the door. You know, I'd even go as far as saying that HTML and HTML5 or CSS and CSS3 are too similar to a search engine. And I could probably remove those words and replace them with other keywords, other words that would describe this current page. Finally, we get to learn about page refreshing and page redirection. To refresh this current page in 5 seconds, we would use the meta tag, the attribute of HTTP equiv, and we'd set that value to refresh. And content would be 5. And content for this will always be in seconds, so if you wanted 2 minutes, you would use 120 seconds. And to redirect to another page, we would use the following code below. We open it up with another meta. We use the same attribute, HTTP equiv. We refresh it. Only this time we change the content. We're going to change the content to 0. We're going to add a semicolon. URL is equal to, and then the page that you want to be redirected to. Now if you wanted to wait perhaps 3 seconds before you go to newpage.html, you would just change this to 3. Here are some other meta names that you can use. Now before I hand this list over to you, you should know that not all of these will actually help your website. If you're not sure which meta tag does what or what content you can put in it, you can always try Googling it. Google the better part of the line that you're looking at. And chances are someone out there has the same problem as you or has the same question. If you don't want to Google it, by all means, ask it down here and I will try and find the best answer I can for you if I don't already know the answer. So if we look over these real quick, we have robots. A robot would be a search engine, for example. If they should index your page or if they should follow it, you can type in no index or no follow, which means it won't show up in their search results, and the search engine will not follow your links to other pages. That is called crawling. Typically you want index on and you want follow on to reach more people. Next we have our cache control, copyright. So I guess in here we could write, for this, my name, Caleb. Language, EN. You see here I have an HTML comment, EN is equal to English. Name is revisit after, revisited, classification, subject, author, designer, owner, description, which we went over, when the page expires, some keywords we also went over, and pragma. Now there's even more meta tags out there, and to be honest, you don't need all of them. Here are some of the important ones though. Description, keywords, robot, cache control. This one's a little bit different because it uses the HTTP equiv instead of the name. When the page expires, same thing, HTTP equiv. And possibly copyright if you want that to be in the source code. Now that's really all you need to know for the head section. And if you're looking for more meta tags, by all means, go on Yahoo, Bing, Google, whatever search engine you like, and look up more meta tags. If you like, you can put every single meta tag in existence in your page. That's completely up to you. Like I said, they're not all useful. Some of them are just declarations. For example, classification, business, is more of just a declaration than it is actually used. And that's just kind of what I mean. So hopefully this part made sense to you. And if you need to check over the list or any of the code, you can always look below this video.